Hey guys, welcome to my first ever video on this YouTube channel. My name is Taras, and today we're going to be introducing my new to me Mercedes Benz E350 4MATIC. So let's get into it. Here we have my 2011 Mercedes-Benz E350 4MATIC, and I got this car off the Facebook Marketplace for a very reasonable price, I'd say so. And it's in really good condition. It's really low mileage, and I just overall needed an upgrade from my previous car, which was a 2013 Toyota Camry, and I'll roll some clips of that. That car was my first car, and it just went through too much first car BS, let's put it that way, you know, teenage BS. You know, the car got abused and stuff. I didn't really value it much because, you know, oh, Toyota Camry, it's super reliable, it can handle all the abuse you throw at it. But, you know, that's not really true. If you abuse any car, it's gonna flip over and land its back because, you know, you didn't take care of it. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. Today we're introducing my new to me Mercedes E350, and basically what I'm gonna do today is we're gonna go over some things that we're going to take care of on this car, and modifications, and whatever other plans I have for this car. Oh, and as well as some features that my previous car, the Toyota Camry, didn't have, that this car, which is 2 years older than my previous car, has, considering it's a luxury car, of course. So, to start things off, as you can see here, I have my sunroof tilted open. In order to close that, I don't have to actually go inside. I can just press on my key, the lock button, right? So check this out. Boom, it closes. But let's say it's a hot summer day, and of course this car is a fishbowl because, you know, it's completely stock. It doesn't have any window tint. So let's say it's a hot summer day. I want to let some fresh air into the car. What would I do then? I would just press and hold the unlock button, and it would roll down all the windows. There we go. That's such a unique feature. It even gets the sunroof. Look at that. That's so nice. And then, you know, to roll them all the way back up again, all we have to do is just press and hold the lock button. And it closes everything up from all sides and even the sunroof. So onto the next feature. It's a small nuance. But it's a really big convenience for me, and something that I think that really makes a car feel more like at home type of thing, you know, more inviting. So when you press the unlock button and it's a little dark outside like it is right now, it turns on some lights. My Camry did not do that. It had auto turn off lights, but not auto turn on lights when you unlock the car. So that's another unique feature. Another thing I also didn't have compared to the Camry was turn signals on the mirrors. So, you know, when I press the lock button just to demonstrate the turn signal, a light goes through the turn signal. Also, I did not have, I don't even know how many ways this adjusts, but if I had to guess, like 7-way adjustable leather seats that are also memory and have 3 memory presets, which is really unique. Another thing I didn't have was automatic roll down windows, which I can demonstrate right now. As well as, first thing you might notice when you get into this car at night is the ambient lighting that goes throughout the entire interior, which makes the car just that much special when you drive it at night. It's even in the back. All right, let's put some ignition into this. So everything lights up, everything's starting up. Also, I did not have a compass in the rear view mirror, but you know, that's kind of a useless feature, to be honest, for today's day and age. What else? I did not have, well, I had fog lights, but they weren't stock and they also didn't work. So I have front and rear fog lights. Oh, I have Harman Kardon, which is really unique because good sound quality in my car is very important to me. That's just my bias. Some people, it doesn't make a difference. They don't care for what type of audio as long as, you know, music is playing in the car. But for me, it was important to have quality music in my car. Moving on to the next feature that I didn't have compared to my Camry was the dual zone climate control, which is really unique. You operate it like this, up and down, and then turn on zone, and you can get it on this side, have it set custom. If you turn it off, it goes back to the driver preset. Operate the airflow up and down as well. Recirculation mode, auto. I did not have auto in my car. Moving up, we have heated leather seats from both sides. Obviously right now it is 55 degrees outside, so it's not very cold, so we do not need those right now. But on the cold days, which I've had in the last month that I've owned it, it was actually very useful, so I do appreciate that. Another feature was the infotainment. My car had a aftermarket CarPlay system, but it just didn't look very well. It didn't fit with the overall interior design of the Camry, even though it was convenient. But I am planning on retrofitting a CarPlay, what's it called? A CarPlay adapter. So basically putting a computer inside and connecting it so that you get a CarPlay on this stock screen. Pretty sure that's possible to do. I still have to look into it, but I've seen it done on, you know, on other people's cars on social media. So I'll definitely still have to look into that, but that's one of the mods I want to do to this car. You know, we have a media system, we have all these buttons, which I think really gives the car a nice look for its age. I don't think this car really aged, you know, a lot, because this car was released up until 2016 in this W212 body. Even though this thing is 15 years old to today's standard, it still has just that many features and that many things that make it special compared to a Toyota Camry that was 2 years older than this car, essentially. Another thing my Camry didn't have was memory seats on both sides, actually. So it had memory 7-way adjustable seats on both sides. So this is the passenger side, and up here we have some buttons. These buttons control the lights in the car. Basically, this is the button that automatically turns all the lights on in your car if you open a door. So as you can see, my door is open. If I close my door, these lights go off, or they should. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so let's demonstrate that again. Lights on, door open, door closed, lights off. You can also manually turn them on by pressing this button right here. This turns on the front and rear lights. No, this only turns on the front. The rear light you can manually turn on by pressing this button right here, which I already pressed in, so the light is on. If I press it again, it turns it off. So that's a cool and unique feature. A really unique feature that this car has is that it has separate reading lights. So these are just the interior lights. If I press this button, right, this is just the interior lighting. But you also see this reading light button, which turns on a light under your rear view mirror, which is really unique. Oh, also another thing I didn't have, memory garage openers or presets, whatever they're called. But anyways, you get the reading lights on both sides, so left and right, and they're operated by these two buttons. We also have these buttons for quick dialing a phone number, but I don't really know how to use that. I've never used it. Another interesting feature I have in this car that my Camry didn't have is my rear view sunshade. So as you can see, I have it already up. If I press this button, it'll put it down for me. And this is especially useful on a hot sunny day. Even if you don't have rear passengers in your car, you know, just to block some sunlight out of your car, it's really useful. Also, I did not have a sunroof in my Camry, so this is actually pretty useful. You know, I can open and close it. You know, if I open it using this button right here, it opens together with the lid, so I don't have to manually close it. And I don't know if it does it. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't do it. Yeah, it doesn't push it back if I close it back up. So this thing auto tilts and pulls back. I have an SOS button and a maintenance button and some sort of other call center button that I'm not sure of what they do. Another interesting feature of this car, turn the lights on because it's a little dark, is I have a light for my sunshade mirror. And not only that, I don't get one sunshade, I get two whole sunshades. So I get to pull this thing right here if I have the sun over here. And then if I start driving north again, I can, you know, I can pull this one up and have the sun getting blocked from both sides. And that's a feature on both sides for the passenger and for the driver. So I can do this. So as you can see, I have this set up like this all around, and I can have it like this if I want the sun blocking me out. But I will be getting window tint pretty soon, so this will still be a useful feature, but I won't have to use it as much since I'll have ceramic window tint that blocks out sunlight and protects my interior, which I suggest that everybody should get on their car, especially if you have an old weather interior that you want to protect from getting cracks. So here's one particular defect on these E350s that a lot of people experience, is that the driver's seat and sometimes even the passenger front seat, it starts to split open like this because of the crease that Mercedes made right here where your butt lands. So that often gets teared up and you have to get that reupholstered. But mine only just recently started spreading apart, but it's not really that bad. Another feature this car has is you get this like glove compartment thing or storage compartment right under your seat, and you get that on both sides for the passenger and for the driver. Let's move to the back here. In the back, you also get ambient lighting as per throughout the entire interior. Sorry guys, the video cut out, but since this car was in a rear end accident, the mechanic that was buying this car to resell it for profit, you know, he of course repaired it very cheaply. So because of that, he didn't pay attention to the details, and the trunk, since it was replaced and since it was moved due to the accident, it doesn't align correctly. So it's gonna be a little hard to see, but I'll throw a clip in real quick so that you guys could understand what I'm talking about. Basically, it doesn't completely sit flat to the seal of the body of the car. Therefore, when I take it through the car wash, it starts leaking. But it only leaks from this side and not this side, because this side sits completely flat. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It's getting pretty dark and my flashlight won't work for whatever reason. But on this side, it won't sit correctly. Other than that, the car is basically perfect. It just needs some minor work to bring it back to life a little bit, because, you know, of course it is a 15-year-old German car. It's gonna need some work. It was a Copart car or IAI, whichever one of the insurance auctions. Also, one thing I forgot to mention was that it needs a little bit of engine work. So a common failure point for the engines on these are actually a really reliable engine. It's a really reliable powertrain, drivetrain. It's a good car, good reliable German car. I know that's a rare thing to say about these German cars, but this one is reliable. This has a 3.5 liter V6 all-wheel drive, 7-speed auto. It drives really good. It's pretty fast. It has 0 to 60 in like 6.7 seconds, which is way quicker than the like 8.5 seconds that I had in my Camry. But nonetheless, the major failure point for these engines as they age is that the oil filter housing that's attached to the engine, the seal on it starts to leak and you have to replace it. And that's a pretty major job, because you have to drain the coolants, you have to drain the oil, the engine oil, you have to remove the coolant reservoir, you also have to remove the hydraulic steering reservoir, and then you have to remove a coolant pipe that goes over the oil filter housing, and then you can remove it. And on most occasions, you also have to replace it instead of just replacing the seal that's on it, because sometimes if you replace it incorrectly, the seal might not sit flat, and therefore it will continue to leak, if not worse. So it's better to just replace the entire oil filter housing and not have any issues later on. But that's gonna be the conclusion to my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, continue following along to the channel. I have daily content on this car as well as on other cars.